name's Will Curtis. I'm 24. I'm from Little Haven.
I'm Gareth Owens. I'm 23 years old. I'm from Pembrokeshire.
I'm Noah Harvett. I'm 21 years old, live in Little Haven.
I'm Thomas Doyle. I'm from Pembroke Dock.
How it started really was it was a bit of a drunken sort of pissed up shower thought, if I'm honest with you.
We were all out having a beer in town, and Gaz just came up with the idea of going a bit bigger than he did last year with the whole get the Gaz a lift, and he just mentioned to the boys, "You fancy doing a get the boys a lift?" And in the spirit of the moment, we all jumped on it and we're like, "Yeah, this is going to be class ideas." So this is all in aid of raising money, but more importantly raising awareness and starting a big conversation with regards to youth suicide and mental health in teenagers.
I've been affected by stuff which we're trying to raise awareness for, along with a lot of my friends have been affected by close to home issues. So I think the overall goal is to do what we're trying to achieve, or trying to raise awareness for. And by doing that, I think that is what the personal goal will kind of be.
It probably got to a point where I had to speak about it, otherwise I'd have probably been in trouble. And so for me, I was really fortunate. I had my friends and I had my family who I'm pretty close to. And I kind of found that once I'd spoken about how I was feeling at that certain time, it shed a weight. And I kind of always thought then I'd never really want any of my friends or anyone that I'm close to kind of feel that they couldn't speak, because there's lots of young people who probably do feel like they can't speak up about how they're feeling. And so yeah, for me, especially being a young bloke, I thought, well, hey, if I'm going to go out there and do this, then hopefully other youngsters can be like, hey, that guy's doing it. Why can't I, speak up about how I'm doing?
Last year, a young lad in our local community, Will Thomas from Carmarthen, he unfortunately took his own life. He was a promising rugby player, played for Scarlets under-16s, and a bright young lad who's one of my little brothers, like best mates. And I obviously didn't see Will that much, but I saw my brother and the aftermath of what my brother went through. And it just wasn't a very nice ordeal for our family, let alone Will's family.
The two charities we're working to raise money for is Mind Pembrokeshire and Papyrus. And so the money's kind of going towards those charities, but I think the bigger picture is more the conversation starter and just getting the ball rolling, getting people talking a lot more about the mental health and that issue and the stigma around it. And a lot of people don't talk enough at the moment, and it's something that needs to be addressed, and people need to start doing a lot more.
We're all a bit mental, really. None of them are as good looking as me, but they've got nice personalities. But it's like, yeah, it's a good group of boys to do it with. I can't ask for better boys. I think we all get on very well. We're all from different sort of groups, so I think we branch out to different sort of people, which works very well for a charity like this, which is trying to raise awareness. I don't know how they take losing, but we'll probably find out mid-August.
We're all going to start in Alfred West on the Monday morning, August the 7th. And we're going to, we've got 10 checkpoints. I think the first checkpoint is St David's. So we've got a little bit of a voting system at the minute on the website, and it's basically just whoever's got the most votes gets to go first.
At least when you got all this stuff on, you're looking at the
Here we are, it's about to start. Got all our fan club here, all the boys. See you later, Will boy.
St David's, please drive.
Tortoise and the hare, boys, tortoise and the hare.
We're in St David's still, and we're having a shock. How long have you been here for, boy? 40 minutes, mate. 40 minutes. Where are you off to? Off to fishing.
We're just walking down into Lower Fishguard, down the hill. We've just been to the Royal Oak for a pint with Danny Morgs. Found Danny. He's about 2 minutes outside. And Big Gaz Rhodes has just overtaken us. We've got boys, yeah? Hey!
Back on the road. Lovely elderly couple dropped me off in Cardigan. Just find my way to Tesco and let's get to Abbey! I'm on the fucking dual carriageway bar! This is sketchy as fuck!
So just trying to get a lift now to Aberystwyth, second checkpoint.
We've made it to Aberystwyth. Pretty lucky. Oh, are you going to Machynlleth? Yeah. Can I grab a ride if that's alright? Amazing, can I put my stuff in the boot? Made it to Machynlleth. As you can see, there's fuck all in Machynlleth.
Here I am with Gaynor. We've come all the way from Machynlleth and we're now at Holyhead.
Yeah. Day one, day one was pretty interesting. It was all, obviously been a lot of hype about it. We've been putting stuff on Facebook, and there was people keen to kind of, follow it online and on the Snapchat and so on. And yeah, myself, Wilson and Noah kind of put our heads down and smashed on, and then, yeah, Doyley kind of got a bit excited and a bit carried away, and by about 1, 2 o'clock called it quits and decided he was going to go for a few beers and was led astray.
Okay, so still in Aberporth. Okay, so we're still here in Aberporth. Not much has changed. Still in Aberporth.
This is going to have to be on the uncut version, this one back.
So this is Get the Boys a Lift uncut edition.
Slow and steady wins the race, right?
Hold it. 3, 2, 1. Beautiful.
Probably about 7 o'clock, I think I rang Wilson, just kind of, for a catch up, saying, whereabouts are you? And he was like, I'm on Holyhead, where are you? And I said, I'm coming on to Holyhead. Got on the phone to Noah, and Noah was literally turning up as well, so we thought, oh, bugger it, we may as well put up a tent and camp here.
So, we're looking for a bit of flat ground. If you look here, this is absolutely perfect to pitch a tent. I'm just going to taste it to see if it tastes good.
Me and Noah would have been lost without him, I'm useless to that kind of stuff.
We're going to set up here, we're going to camp tonight, and then we're going to drink each other's piss.
Yeah, day 2 was a pretty interesting start because we were obviously all together. We got up, had breakfast, and went on our way, and we kind of sort of bish bash bosh, rock paper scissors, and
Wilson won the Rochambeau. Hitchhiking for charity, and he's going first.
We were there for about 45 minutes to an hour. I just couldn't wait any longer, and so I decided to go down the motorway, which isn't the smartest of moves.
It's life or death.
It's life or death, mate. It's a big fucking call, but someone's got to do it.
He's gone all on his own now, down the motorway.
Oh, fucking Wilson, let's stay here, mate. Get them together. Kidding! You're kidding! They looked to stop for us. They've gone past and Gaz has sneaked it.
Sure, I got a bed.
Wrexham! Wrexham!
Anyone going to Wrexham?
Fucking hopefully, boys, we'll be home for fucking tea tomorrow, boys. Hot dogs for tea, boys. Come on, the boys.
What a bunch of shallow folk. Look at this absolute cannon.
Sorry, mate. Thank you so much for stopping, mate. Thanks very much. I'm on a charity event. I am, funny enough.
I don't really know where I'm going. I'm just walking through Abergavenny like an idiot. But hopefully now get onto one of the main roads down towards Pontypool, Cwmbran, stuff like that, and hopefully we can pick up another lift.
Got some free sarnies off the boys. In the gob they go.
We're chasing sundown. Hopefully we've got about 25 odd miles to go, so hopefully we're going to make it. The boys are left.
Well, what do we have here then?
Just being picked up by Mark and dropped off in Wrexham at my next checkpoint. Currently at Morrison's to get a meal deal. I've got me Milford boy living in Wrexham.
Well, the good news is I've made it to Newtown. Bad news is I don't have a clue where I'm staying. This penthouse keeps on giving. Duck feather pillows. Sleeping bag made to fit. And just had the chef rustle up a 3-course meal with me. And free refills on the water.
Currently 7:44, slept like an owl after a double espresso. Very, very cold, and now I'm going to have to pack this tent up in the rain.
Bit of a speed bump now, just got out in St Clair's, checkpoint number 11. I'm not having too much luck. It's not too... Please don't be angry with me, Mum, that I just gave away your tent. What about across the road quickly? Just got to Halford West. It's not over yet though, as I've got to get to the square, which is going to be pretty hard to get to, so I'm probably going to just put my head down and walk. But yeah, Wilson, he's not far from the dock, which is only 10 minutes away over the bridge, so it's all to play for really, but I'm pretty confident at this point I should have it in the bag. Just on back. No chance.
I'm coming home, tell Pembrokeshire I'm coming home.
Yeah, coming home, yeah, we obviously, you know, we wanted to try and get as many of our friends and family together as we could, kind of, you know, just to celebrate, you know, even though, you know, in our heads it was pretty fun, you know, obviously it was a big achievement getting out there and doing it, raising, you know, the money and the awareness. So we held a night in the Glen, you know, just got as many of us together. You know, went and chilled out, we went home, but then Wilson obviously then decided to go and visit his brother's friend's parents, you know, and obviously and suicide is something that's affected sort of Will and his community as well by, you know, one of his brother's best mates taking his own life last year.
To think that Will didn't have another way out, he thought that he didn't have another way out, was just, it upsets me, to be honest. It upsets all of us. That's why we're doing this charity.
And you know, none of us had any idea that Will was going to go and do that. And you know, for me, like sort of, you know, opening Facebook later that evening and seeing that, you know, that kind of, you know, summed it all up. You know, it was like, you know, geez, like, you know, there's a lot of people who got caught up in the fact that we've been out being dull, having a laugh and so on. And then that sort of hit home and was like, you know, geez, like that's the whole reason we did this. Yeah, I think, yeah, I just wanted to say thank you, really. I mean, you know, not just, you know, from me, but, you know, sort of from behalf of all the boys and sort of everyone, really, that was giving us lifts, that was supporting at home, you know, liking and sharing. You know, I think, you know, I said on Facebook and I said on the night at the Glen, really, do you know what I mean? Like, a lot of people think that it's just us 4 boys that have gone out and done this, but I think the reason it's been so popular is because so many people have kind of got on that bandwagon, you know, have been liking and sharing and getting their friends to follow and stuff. So, you know, you can't do anything without people getting behind you and supporting it. So I think literally it wouldn't have been half as successful.